Tonight, I invite you to step quietly into a world suspended between shadow and memory. A place where time moves slowly, and the air itself seems to hold its breath. Close your eyes, and let your mind drift down a narrow, overgrown path, where twisted branches stretch like the arms of old friends, watchful, patient, and eternal. Ahead, hidden among gnarled trees and the gentle murmur of a restless creek, stands a house. Stone and timber, ancient and silent, its windows like eyes that have witnessed countless nights. Within, stories linger, whispered from the corners, carried by the wind, and folded into the very walls. You do not need to fear. There is no rush, no sudden fright, only the quiet presence of a place that remembers, that watches, and that waits. Step forward with me, and allow yourself to feel the soft creak of the floorboards beneath your feet, the gentle sigh of the wind through the eaves, and the whispers of Hollow Creek House itself. Let us enter together, and explore the stories hidden in shadow, the secrets that linger in silence, and the subtle, comforting touch of a house that will carry you into a night of deep, untroubled sleep. There exists, at the very edge of the world you know, a house of ancient stone and timber, cradled by the crooked arms of gnarled oaks. It stands at the side of a creek that whispers its eternal secrets, a lullaby of water upon the rocks. I ask you now, dear listener, to picture this place in your mind, the shadows draping themselves like mournful veils over the walls, the windows dark and watchful, and the night, so very still, that even your own heartbeat feels audibly loud. You approach along a narrow path, carpeted with fallen leaves, their brittle edges cracking beneath your careful steps. Each sound seems magnified, echoing into the night, yet somehow swallowed by the darkness. The house waits, silent yet expectant, as though it senses the arrival of a guest. You feel a curious pull toward its door, a gentle beckoning, not unkind, yet impossible to resist. The door is heavy, worn by years and secrets. With a tentative hand, you push it, and it yields with a long, mournful groan. The air inside is cool, carrying the scent of time itself, aged wood, faded wallpaper, and a hint of something more, something forgotten. Your eyes adjust slowly to the dimness, shadows coiling in corners like slow-moving serpents. The furniture, covered in dust and cobwebs, seems to lean just slightly, as if acknowledging your presence. Each footstep on the floorboards produces a trembling echo, yet the house does not rush to conceal itself. It seems almost pleased, almost alive in its silence. Somewhere above, a floorboard creaks. You hold your breath. A whisper follows, soft and fragmented, brushing against your consciousness, unintelligible yet oddly comforting. It is a murmur of memory, a voice carried by the house itself, and you listen with an uneasy fascination. You wander slowly through the halls. Every door you pass seems to breathe faintly, a subtle inhalation and exhalation of the house's long, patient life. Some doors are closed, others slightly ajar, revealing glimpses of rooms frozen in quiet decay. A child's cradle, motionless yet expectant, a fireplace blackened with ash, as though recently extinguished, and shelves of books, their spines cracked and faded, bearing titles you almost recognize but cannot fully recall. A sudden tap echoes from behind a door at the end of the hall. You pause. The sound is deliberate, measured, yet faint, as if testing your courage. You move closer, guided by a mixture of curiosity and restraint. Pushing the door open, you find a small study, the air thick with dust and history. A book lies upon the desk, its pages fluttering as though a breeze has passed through, though the windows are shut. You step closer, drawn to the soft murmuring that seems to rise from the paper itself, whispering secrets just beyond your comprehension. There is a clock on the wall, its hands moving slowly, deliberately, measuring a time that is both present and infinitely old. You listen to its ticking, and with each pulse, the house seems to sigh, a deep, contented breath that reverberates through the floor beneath your feet. You continue your exploration, and the house begins to reveal more of itself. A rocking chair moves with an almost imperceptible rhythm, a piano in another room plays a note, soft, single, resonant, fading into silence. Whispers rise and fall, some barely audible, others lingering a fraction longer than reason allows. Yet they are not malevolent, they do not demand. They suggest, beckon, hint at stories waiting to be remembered. You find yourself in a corridor lined with mirrors. Each reflection shows the room, the furniture, the dust, but sometimes, just at the edge of your vision, another figure appears. Not threatening. Not fully formed. A shadow with the gentlest intent, a resident of this house's memory, observing the living intruder who walks among them. The longer you remain, the more the house breathes around you, settling into a rhythm with your own heartbeat. The whispers soften, like the turning of pages, the creak outside murmuring its own gentle melody. You begin to feel accepted. The house no longer waits for your attention, it has found it. You enter the final room, the heart of the house. Here, the air feels thick with memory, laden with voices that do not speak aloud but resonate within your mind. An old writing desk sits beneath a window, moonlight spilling across its surface. Papers lie scattered, bearing ink that seems to shift when unobserved. You pick one up. Words appear, forming a story you feel you have always known but never heard aloud, and then, the whispering grows slightly, a soft chorus of unseen presences, gently brushing your mind. They do not frighten, but they compel, drawing you into a reverie where time itself slows, folds, and stretches. You feel the house's long history pressing softly against your consciousness, each room, each shadow, each breath a thread in a tapestry older than memory. You sit, fully present, fully absorbed. The house hums around you, a gentle vibration through floor and wall, air, and thought. Outside, the creek continues its lullaby, the wind dances through the skeletal branches, and the world beyond these walls fades, leaving only the quiet, deliberate breathing of Hollow Creek House. You recline in a chair or perhaps on the floor, letting your body become weightless. The house has shared its stories, its memories, its gentle haunting. There is no threat here, only the soft embrace of a place that remembers, that endures, that listens. You feel your eyes grow heavy. The whispers diminish to soft echoes, the creaks to gentle sighs. Every sound, the ticking clock, the distant steps, the rustling leaves, becomes a lullaby, carrying you ever deeper into calm. And now, dear listener, you drift. Drift with the house. Drift with the creek. Drift with the night itself. The shadows linger softly, the whispers fold into silence, and your mind settles, body relaxed, ready for sleep, cradled by the gentle, eternal heartbeat of Hollow Creek House.